14 monsters before I leave this area. I did read a Reddit post about people talking about how difficult it is to complete, or to max out all of the gem drops for Lairs. So they did an update, and now you get 18 drops for Lairs. The first lair that you do, you get 6 gems, and each subsequent drop after that, you get 3 gems. So it ends up taking 5 lairs to get all 18 gems. And it can be kind of a pain. It can be kind of a pain. But this morning, I think I figured out a way to get it done pretty quickly. So the most popular way to do it is that people get into a party and 4 people run around all over the map, you know, just bouncing from one zone to another until one of them finds an open lair and then pops in, invites everybody, they go in the lair, and the 4 of them complete it. I'm not super good at coordinating that kind of thing, and I'm really more of a solo player. I've got the big stuff that I join up for people with, but my day-to-day grind, I'm all by myself. So how do you find 5 lairs with the entire server going after them by yourself and not get the lair stolen from you while you're waiting for people to party up with you, and not you know, piss off the larger community by doing, you know, lairs solo? So what I found is that if all you care about is the gems, it doesn't matter which hell difficulty you're on. Right now, the number of people that are in the low hell difficulty levels is really low. So if you just drop into hell difficulty 1, 2, or 3, bounce around those difficulties and the zones within those difficulties, you find lairs real quick, especially if you do it in the morning. You're most likely to find hells at high level difficulty first thing in the morning. Since I'm on the East Coast, it's real easy for me to get in there early because my server is West Coast. So my lunch break is 8 o'clock for the server. So I can usually get 1 or 2 lairs in on Hell 8 during that time, you know, just while I'm trying to do my dailies. And then later on in the day, it gets real tough to get those lairs in Hell 8. So I just drop down to a lower Hell difficulty, bounce around until I find an open lair, and max out my gem drops. And the reason why you want to max out gem drops is, well, 2 reasons. One, more normal gems means more power, but also it means more platinum. So if you aren't selling your unbound normal gems in the store, don't start now because because you'll flood the market. But yeah, that's where, like, that's probably the highest source of income for platinum for me as a cheap to play player. Comes from selling my unbound normal gems. I don't sell my tourmalines or my rubies because life and damage are life and damage, but all the other stats, they all help in their own way. But life and damage is king, so I don't sell life and damage. But I do sell everything else. And I'm kind of at a point now where it is a super grind to upgrade my normal gems to anything. So I largely am not too worried about it. I'll slowly collect the gems that I need to get to 7 and 8, and it is what it is. It'll take longer for everything except for life and damage, but so goes the game. Alright, let's find some foul raptors. The assembly will begin at 1900. I can't wait for the update. It kind of messes up what I just said earlier about the time of being on the West Coast. So the reason why it's 4 hours instead of 3 hours right now is because Diablo, or Blizzard, did not change the server times in line with the latest daylight savings time change. You know, which is fine. They can do whatever they want. But for a lot of stuff, it really hurts me because a lot of stuff happens late at night, and I need to get to bed at least a decent hour. My baby's up early, and so I gotta go to bed. But anyway, this weekend they're going to, according to the notes, they're going to go ahead and move the servers forward an hour. So now there will only be a 3-hour difference between me and the server, which is good for my evenings. Not necessarily good for the lair strategy I was talking about earlier, but that's okay. Arkenstein. Ooh, 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 ooh. Orange, 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 orange.